Now, the Election Commission team was in Jammu and Kashmir, where they met with several officials as well as political parties and addressing the media. Following that, the Chief Election Commissioner said that the people in Jammu and Kashmir have chosen democracy and that they will give a befitting reply to disruptive forces. It is a three-member team of the Election Commission that held separate discussions with leaders across party lines.
कोई भी अंदरूनी ताकत या बाहरी ताकत अगर दखल अंदाजी करके सोचती है कि हम चुनावों को डिरेल कर सकते हैं तो नहीं कर सकते. We are committed to conduct elections at the earliest. We are sure people of J&K will give a befitting response to disruptive forces. सभी पार्टीज का यूनानिमसली अगेन ऑल. उनका कहना था कि अब अगले चुनाव भी असेंबली के जल्द से जल्द कराए जाएं.
Let's go across to Nazir now for more. And Nazir, so still waiting for that date when elections will take place, but the CEC did say that electoral rolls will be released by the 20th of September.
Well, perhaps Election Commission could not have been more clear than what they said about holding elections in Jammu and Kashmir. I asked a very specific question to the Chief Election Commissioner that Supreme Court has set a deadline of September 30 to hold elections. Are you prepared to hold these elections?
All right, we will try and reconnect there with Nazir for all the latest as the Election Commission finally visiting Jammu and Kashmir. Yes, over to you, Nazir.
Yeah. So Mr. Rajiv Kumar said, look, we will keep that in mind while finalizing the election schedule for Jammu and Kashmir Assembly elections. So they will keep that in mind while finalizing the schedule for the elections. So he also said no one, no internal or the external power will be allowed to derail the election process. He was asked about the militant attacks in Jammu. He said it can't be a chicken and egg, situation. So elections will be held regardless of any situation, and we will defeat divisive forces. And people have shown their faith in democracy during the parliament elections, and people have shown we have to build on that. So he was very, very clear that elections will be held. Only question is when will it be held before the deadline set by the Supreme Court on September 30. So he also talked about his meeting with the Jain officials of administration. He said every officer, DC, SP, and all senior officials said they are all ready for the elections, and all political parties, be it BJP or the opposition, were unanimous that the elections should be held quickly and the Election Commission should abide by the deadline set by the Supreme Court. So clearly, Jammu and Kashmir is bracing for the assembly elections, which are long overdue. Last assembly elections were held in 2014, and it was the longest gap between two assembly elections. But finally, Election Commission concluded its two-day visit to Jammu and Kashmir and has given all the indications that they are holding elections. Only one meeting is left, which is with the Home Ministry in Delhi, where they will review the security arrangements. But they made it very clear they are holding elections this year, and they will keep in mind the deadline which has been set by the Supreme Court, which is September 30, to hold elections in Jammu.
All right, Nazir, thanks so much for joining us with all those details.